All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Deuce's Wild channel. Today we're going to be talking about knives, EDCs, or everyday carry. And I just wanted to put this knife on display because my girlfriend picked this up for herself as an EDC, and this is a very expensive knife. We'll start off with the most expensive one in our collection. We both have knives that we carry as everyday carry, or EDCs. This is the Benchmade Infidel, and it's an automatic out the front, or OTF as they call it, knife. And this thing is just really sick. I love it. It is the steel on the blade is S30V, which is very good quality steel if you know anything about that. This is a limited edition collector's knife. This thing retails for over $500. I know that she didn't spend that much because her son lives out in Oregon, and he was able to get us a really good deal on this knife, or get her a good deal rather. It's her knife. I'm speaking like it's mine. I really like it, but and I would love to have one, but I don't know if I want to spend what they want for it. But maybe in the future I might get one. But this thing is beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's super light. Weighs next to nothing. Excellent choice. It's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody wants to spend $400 or $500 on an OTF. I know their regular Infidels are around $400 retail. You might be able to get them a little cheaper. I think she got this one, I want to say for about, I think she got it for around $350. Normally it was $525 retail on this because it is a collector's limited edition Infidel, and they only made so many of these. But excellent choice if you got the money to spend. This thing is super light. It's nice and thin, fits in the pocket really nice. Great choice. And I want to show you a few more folders of mine in my collection. We'll start off with it's another Benchmade. It's a little dirty right now, but this is the Benchmade Axis 300. I bought this. This is a Cabela's exclusive, and I bought it at Cabela's. I really like the way it looked. It's got the two-tone coyote. They call that coyote tan, G10 grips. This is a axis lock, not a frame lock. So it has this little, you slide these on either side. This is your lockup, and as soon as you pull those back, the blade collapses. And it has a flipper tab here. And it is gravity fed. It's not a spring assisted knife, so you do have to give a little flick to open and close the blade on the axis lock. But awesome little knife. The steel on this is D2, super tough, machine grade D2 tool steel. And this stuff is tough. It'll hold the blade a long time. It'll hold an edge a long time. Doesn't roll very easy on the edge, and it doesn't take too much effort to bring it back if you do. I do have a diamond sharpening system. The next knife, and these are some of my EDC knives here. I rotate them out. This one is the ZT, which stands for zero tolerance. This is the ZT 350. It's also made out of S30V steel, just like the Benchmade Infidel is. It's a little dirty right now. I keep it in my car as a just whatever if I need a knife or something. And it has the DLC coating on it, just like the Benchmade. The DLC stands for diamond-like coating. It makes the I don't know what it is. I guess it protects the blade from any kind of corrosion or whatnot. I guess I can leave it open. Okay, so next is the Zero Tolerance 301, and this is in the olive drab, or Ranger green, I think they call it. I call it olive drab. This has the DLC coating on it, also S30V steel. Got a good deal on this one too. This is normally a $340 knife. I think I got it for $190, I want to say, but this was a XXX, so it had a little imperfection. They mark on the blade to the factory if there's any imperfections. It could be a little bit of paint missing on the pocket clip or rubbed off or whatever. It has a little imperfection on what I got, but I've worn it even more. I don't care. I got a good deal on it. This is a great EDC knife, but This is an 8.4 ounce knife. It's kind of heavy. Probably not going to want to carry it every day. This is more or less a combat knife or self-defense knife. Love it, but it is a bit of a tank. The 350, as you can see, the ZT 350 is a little smaller. It's a little lighter and a little thinner. It's a liner lock style that locks up on the bottom. You can see that. You just push that sideways and it releases the blade. The 301 is what's known as a frame lock, because this whole side, the whole black side of this is all titanium and it's all one piece, whereas this has the liner lock and then it has the G10 scales over the outside. So that's how they refer to that, as a liner lock versus a frame lock. Not to be confused, though they function the same way. No big deal, right? Love this knife. This is my favorite. I don't carry it all the time because it is heavy. This one I keep in my car. And yeah, this was really about the Benchmade Infidel. I want to do a video, but just to compare some other knives, I've got a couple of fixed blade knives too. These are inexpensive. These are like $20 knives. This is Smith & Wesson dagger. You know, I'm not sure. It doesn't have a high quality steel on it. It didn't come as a doubled edge. I put that other edge on it to make it a true dagger, because it actually, when you buy this knife, it's dull on one side and it's sharp on the other. And I thought, well, if I'm going to have a dagger for self-defense, God forbid I ever have to use it on anyone or any animal or anything, but I wanted it to be a true dagger, so therefore I put an edge on the other side, so now it'll cut you both ways. Another one that I don't use this one a whole lot. I don't carry this one a whole lot. I kind of just keep it tucked away in my car doors, or just someplace where if I needed to get access to it. And then last but not least, I have the Mora companion, or the Mora knife. This, guys, is one of the best bangs you're going to get for 20 bucks. Comes with a Kydex sheath. Can't even say it right. This has a Scandinavian style grind on the bevel, so you can't see the secondary edge that well. But this knife is purely for bushcraft. If you're out camping and you want to carve up some wood, you want to baton and split some wood with it, you can. This thing is pretty tough. This is 1095 high carbon steel on this blade. And if any of you guys know anything about knives, if you have a fire stick and you want to make a fire, you want to use a high carbon steel. It'll throw the sparks. You don't want stainless. S30V is not going to do it. It doesn't, I guess it's not a carbon style steel. It doesn't have carbon in it like this. Ideally, for camping situations, survival situations, making fires, cutting wood, cutting rope, twine, making yourself a shelter or whatever, if you're ever into that SHTF situation, this would be a good knife for your bug out backpack, whatever you got. But check it out. Yeah, it's made in Sweden. I think I paid $20 for this at Bass or Cabela's. I can't remember which. I've had it for a while. I'll keep it in my bug out bag. This molded handle is just so grippy. I mean, you got tons of purchase. This thing is not, even if your hands are wet, you're not going to lose grip on this thing. And surprisingly, it is full tang. So you're not going to worry about this handle breaking off the spine of the blade or whatever. So it's super tough knife. Like I said, comes with a Kydex sheath, holds it in really good. It has a drain hole in the bottom of the Kydex sheath. So if you're out in the woods and you're caught in the rain or whatever, you don't have to worry about rusting or whatever. It's a great little, they put some good thought when they designed this knife. So, alrighty guys, that's it for my wrap up. Just mainly wanted to, I talked to you guys in the RC Pilots Lounge chat, and we were talking about knives one day, and I said one of these days I want to have to do a little video on this Benchmade Infidel that my girlfriend picked up. And like I said, it is pretty damn sweet. Designed by McHenry, S30V steel, so super tough steel. you're not going to wear this blade out. I wouldn't recommend using this, you know, as your everyday letter opener and all that stuff. Take it to work, cut up boxes or whatever. This knife is pure self-defense, and it's very pretty. It's a great one to have in the collection. Super light. I know that M-Tech is a company out there that makes clone knockoffs of these things, and I've handled those, and their tanks are real heavy. They're real rickety. They have a lot of slop. This thing is much tighter in the blade. You don't have to worry about you know, looseness or feeling cheaply made. This is an excellent knife. All right, guys, I want to wrap that up for now. I thank you guys for tuning into the Deuces Wild RC channel, even though we weren't talking RC today. But thank you guys for tuning in. Deuces Wild, signing out.